We've become a slave to the superpowers who have it. Everybody in the region, and Tom will know this because he's out there as well, is that they've all been given the mandate. Number one is AI, and number two is blockchain.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Raoul dives into Bitcoin and crypto's future, market cycles, and smart investing. Stick around to hear his insights.
We were assuming that there was going to be a boom-bust cycle because Microsoft and others will have pre-ordered what they're doing. But now we're seeing nation states with endless capital availability building yet more stuff. And I just can't see how that stock doesn't continue to really perform because it's at the epicenter of everything still, and that doesn't go away, and Taiwan semi being another. It's the game of sovereign nations because it has to be, right? It's the future of everything. You know, if we saw one preemptive version of this with nuclear technology, you know, in fact stopped large conflicts because you end up scaling this technology and it becomes a way of balancing power. And this is the new power. Right? Intelligence is the new power, is the new nuclear weapon. And you're going to see, I mean, what the Middle East is doing is building their own Arabic language versions and everything else. And we're going to see this regionalization of this, as you say. But at the middle of it is a bunch of technologies that is just not going to go away. And again, it's hard to keep your eye on all of the balls at the same time. You know, so like people are like, AR, VR has dropped off people's minds right now, but it won't do because all of this brings yet more compute power and ability within that sector. Robotics is all over my X stream now as more and more of these robots get better and better and better. We're going to see obviously the robo-taxi launch, I think, in Austin, Texas next month. That's going to be, okay, we've got Waymo, but now we're going to start to see the Tesla rollout. And then soon after that, we're going to start to see a much larger rollout of the robots, which again, nobody's prepared for. They think it's quite amusing. They don't realize they're going to be ubiquitous very fast.
BlackRock has just ended a remarkable 31-day streak of inflows into its spot Bitcoin ETF, closing out with its biggest outflow ever. On May 30, the iShares Bitcoin Trust, IBNIT, saw $430.8 million pulled out, beating its previous record by nearly $12.7 million. This marks the first time since the fund's launch in January 2024 that it experienced such a steep one-day exit. Despite the sharp outflow, analysts remain impressed by BlackRock's overall impact. The firm now manages around $70 billion worth of Bitcoin, a massive footprint for a product that's barely over a year old. While all 11 U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF recorded $616.1 million in net outflows that same day, BlackRock's move stood out for its size and timing. Interestingly, the broader market doesn't see this as a sign of panic. Experts like Kyle Chass suggest this is more of a strategic rotation, with long-term investors quietly absorbing supply. Bitcoin's spot price dipped slightly to $103,700, down 2.27% on the day, but it's still up over 9% in the past month. Even with over $6.2 billion flowing into BlackRock's ETF during May, Bitcoin's price hasn't surged in line. That disconnect hints at growing institutional positioning, quiet, steady, and possibly preparing for the next big move.
Our core thesis is what they're building their entire future country stack on. And this is the whole Trump visit that went there. It's all about the same thing. So they know they've got abundant energy, which is part of your thesis, David. They know they've got abundant energy. They know that they're going to have to adopt technology at scale. They've got young populations that are growing, and they think they can be not only a regional leader, but a world leader in these two things. And so the mandate is invest in this, build this. And it's really exciting to see. I mean, everyone there is still trying to get their heads around what it means. I mean, but this is everything from the oil company through to the sovereign wealth funds, through to the general population, through to businesses, through to the education system, the system of government, all of it. That's what's up to grabs. And that's not just in Abu Dhabi, which tends to be very well thought through in this, but it's Dubai, it's Qatar, and it's Saudi. And Saudi's, really is a big player behind the scenes in this whole thing. So they have this cohesive strategy about what the world is going to look like, and that's what they're accelerating on. Well, because you become a slave to the superpowers who have it.
Yeah.
It was the same with military, that Europe didn't have a military, really. And then so you become a slave to the US and NATO. And here they're going to become a slave to this. So I just don't understand it, but it's fascinating to watch. The other thing that I've been watching is Elon, now he's not so involved in the government, has been spending a lot of time talking about the Kardashev scale. And, obviously he runs solar businesses, but, his fundamental belief is all we need is solar. And there's a lot of debate going on about, how fast China is accelerating solar. And it's adding something like the entire world's nuclear plans for the next 10 years per year. And, it's interesting because in the US, people are cynical of solar because they're a big energy, they're the largest supplier of oil to the world. But what I'm seeing out of China is this unbelievable acceleration in solar. And it's just going to keep driving investment. I mean, this is not going to, the Saudis understand this, all the Middle East understands it, is, they have more solar than they have oil. And what does that mean and how can we do something with it?
Bitcoin has pulled back for 4 straight days, dropping from $110,000 to around $104,000. It's the first time since March 2025 that BTC has seen this kind of consistent decline. Still, the market isn't panicking, quite the opposite. Investor sentiment remains strong and signs of a stealth comeback are already starting to show. Fresh capital is pouring in at an impressive rate. On May 29, Bitcoin saw over $1.8 billion in net capital inflows, a level not reached since the peak of the 2021 bull run. This kind of demand, especially at current high prices, signals belief in even higher levels ahead. Rather than marking a top, this inflow hints at a build-up toward another rally. Whales are playing a big part in this. Nearly 20,000 BTC were bought in just the last 2 days, while over 50,000 BTC left exchanges. This pattern of outflows suggests accumulation rather than selling pressure. On-chain data confirms that for the first time in 2025, Bitcoin has had 7 straight days of negative exchange net flow. Despite the price drop, short-term holders aren't panic selling. Most are still in profit and holding strong. If this buying trend continues, Bitcoin may rebound toward $109,000 soon. But if recent buyers start selling to lock in gains, the correction could deepen. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.